Good.
All right. The March 26, 2026 City of Friendswood Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting is now called to order. Item 2, communications from the public. In order to comply with, with the provisions of the Open Meetings Act, the commission may not deliberate on subjects discussed under this agenda item. However, the commission may direct such subjects to be placed on a later regular commission agenda for discussion and/or possible action. Is there anyone from the public that would like to speak that hasn't filled out a card? I see none, so the first card is Randy Hale.
I'll try not to take the whole 3 minutes. I just want to, first of all, thank the commission I started paying attention to what's going on in Friendswood city government several years ago. And a lot of my education has come from attending and/or watching the YouTube videos of meetings like this. So thank y'all for that. And going back to Mr. Sassam, he was a treasure, and y'all have continued that tradition. But in case you don't know, I am officially running for City Council Position 5 against Mr. Matranga. He's a great guy. I have a lot of respect for him. We just have some differences of opinion for what that's worth. But anyway, I appreciate y'all, and I hope I can do enough to earn y'all's vote in the coming months. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sally?
So I'm Sally Branson, and I actually serve in position 2 currently on City Council, and I too would like to earn your support. I actually grew up here at P&Z. Becky and Aubrey raised me before I ran for council. So I have a lot of respect for P&Z, as y'all know. But I do appreciate the good job that you do. I know how hard it is. When I said that I was going to run for council, my husband made the comment, he says, you're going to work harder on P&Z than you will for council. And actually, he was right. It takes more time. So appreciate the dedication and service that y'all provide. And anyway, appreciate your support.
Thank you, Sally.
Thank you, ma'am.
And Adam?
So last time I saw you, we were starting Sterling Estates, and there was some opposition to it. We're wrapping it up now. We've got through some valves that didn't work and taking some hot spots to homeowners that we cut their internet. But overall, the city has been, the engineering department's been amazing. They've helped us really deal with some things that, you just don't know when you're going into an older part. Sterling Creek was, was all virgin land, so we were building it. But there were so many obstacles, and I appreciate the city, Becky and Aubrey, the engineering department, everybody going, above and beyond to help us get this done. Especially these two over here looking, 10 years down the road at drainage or any problem because it's their problem. So they're going to stop it. I didn't like some of that because I don't, it's not a problem. But they really helped us. And I think there's nobody here opposing us. And so that speaks a lot. And we've got a really, really pretty project. I think we'll have $40 million worth of real estate going in over there. And they'll all be Sterlings. So it's a good thing. And I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Next on the agenda, the consent agenda. These items are considered routine or ministerial in nature and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion of items unless commissioners so request, in which case the item would be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Item A, consider approving the minutes of the regular meeting held Thursday, February 12th, 2026. Item B, consider approving Garden Oaks replat number 1, also known as Lot 1, Block 1, Garden Oaks subdivision, located at 302 Garden Drive, to subdivide one residential lot into 2 lots. Item C, consider approving the final plat of the Van Pelt Attaway Estates located at 2004 Lundy Lane. Do we need any descriptions of that? Just
second the vote unless
I move that we approve the 3 items on the consent agenda.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Item 4, action items. Consider approving 30-day extensions for the final plat approval of Veer Hub final plat located at 4430 FM 2351. Aubrey?
I can give you a little bit of explanation on this. This is a bit of a new process. The state, in its infinite wisdom and the changes it keeps throwing at us. So with the 30-day shot clock, there when we receive a plat application, we have to take action on it within 30 days. We had a meeting in March that we had to cancel on March
12th.
12th, that we had to cancel due to no quorum. So these two plats extended past the 30 days. I think previously there was a notion that they were like automatically deemed administratively approved, but when it happened, we went back and read the code a little, now that this has happened. And it actually has to be the applicant's request to administratively approve things. So they can request an extension and still request commission action, which what two of the applicants chose to do. So for these two items, so you'll approve their request for the 30-day extension, and then the next item is approving the plat itself.
With the applicant, well, the applicant's not here. Any discussion? Commissioner Mann?
None.
No, sir.
Okay, no discussion, so do I have a motion?
Motion to extend.
Second. And we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Item B, consider approving the final plat of Veer Hub located at 4430 FM 2351. Any additional summary?
So this is just a short form final plat. It's a commercial subdivision of 2 lots. It's a short form final because it's 4 lots or less with existing street frontage and utilities. The property, it fronts 2351. It has a lot of easements that are going to remain, and it's just being divided down the middle with 2 equal frontage lots, like I said, with access to 2351.
The applicant's not here. Any discussion? Commissioner Bounds?
It's just that the road's going to be in the middle of the 2 lots?
It's a shared access easement down the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't know how they're going to be developed
Okay.
at this point.
So no, nothing else.
Commissioner Anderson?
No, nothing from me.
It looks like roughly middle, but not exactly middle. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
And then they're going to stay the same. It's just putting an easement down the middle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I don't have any comments either, so do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
And motion and second, all in favor? Passes. Okay, item 4C, consider approving 30-day extension for the final plat approval of Sterling Estates. Final plat located generally at 505 Briar Meadow Avenue.
So this is the same, so we need to approve a 30-day extension and then the plat.
Motion to extend.
Well, you want to add anything to your comments? Okay. Any discussion?
I second the motion.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Okay. And, wait, did I miss? Oh, missed the second part, sorry. Item 4D, consider approving the final plat of Sterling Estates located generally at 505 Briar Meadow Avenue. You just handled all that?
Yeah, well, so I'll just give you a brief description. So this is the final plat of the Sterling Estates. So it's 24 lots containing 2 blocks and 3 reserves. The property is zoned single-family residential. It's 2 cul-de-sac streets, and there are drainage easements accounting for the drainage. And I think they're nearing completion, hopefully council acceptance of all the new infrastructure here soon.
Okay. Well, you have one more chance.
Would have been approved in March, would have been my birthday.
Well, sorry about that. Commissioner Anderson?
It looks good. No comments from me.
Commissioner Mann?
I know there was drainage concerns, but it looked like those have all checked out and been good, so no comments from me.
Commissioner Bounds?
I'm actually surprised you're here. You cut off somebody's internet. I'm surprised they didn't skin you.
It was bad. She turned them off.
No comments, nothing to discuss.
I do have a comment. I know you guys had to jump through some hurdles to make your neighbors happy, and by all accounts I've heard, they all seem to be happy. So kudos to that. That's not an easy thing to do. So, do I have a motion?
I move, do we approve?
Second. Okay. All in favor? Passes 4-0. All right, item 5, communications. Receive an update regarding the comprehensive plan update, a resilient communities project, RCP grant from the General Land Office. Aubrey.
We continue to work on the comprehensive plan update. Let's see, trying to think what, since the last time we talked, so we had the February 19th, February 19th, we had a stakeholder meeting with the high school students, or Ardura hosted a virtual meeting with the high school students that are in the teen leadership program that's being sponsored by Parks and Rec. I think it was a productive meeting, and they got some good feedback from, it's 10 high school students ranging from sophomore to senior that are in that group. So it's a semester-long thing for them, so they're very engaged and they're learning a lot about the city. So I think it was valuable input from them. And then we also had the bus tour was February 23rd, so the advisory committee was able to use one of the school district took us on a little ride. So I think that was productive for the consultant as well. And then on March 17th, we had stakeholder meetings with I think we sent out 90 invitations to the Panhandle property owners, so all the owners north of Clear Creek in the Panhandle area, which I commonly refer to as Panhandle. Everybody's like, where's the Panhandle? So it's the industrial area between Dixie Farm and 2351 and bordered by Beamer, north of Clear Creek. So we had only 2 property owners show up out of the 90 invitations that we sent. So, but it was probably 2 of the most prominent ones, so we did get some good input as well. That same afternoon, we met with Stephen Simmons with our Emergency Operations Center. They manage our hazard mitigation programs and plans with the counties. So being that hazard mitigation is required to be incorporated into this plan, it was important to meet with them. And then that same afternoon, we also met with FDEDC, the Downtown Economic Development Corporation, and same exercise with them to get their input regarding downtown. So going forward, the next advisory committee meeting is April 30th from 5 to 7. It'll be here in this room. And the consultant will start formulating some recommendations and plan. So hopefully this summer, we'll have the plans to start reviewing, and the goal is to adopt the updated plan by the end of the year.
What date is the meeting again?
April 30th. Mm-hmm.
At
5 to 7, yes.
Do we have any subcommittee meetings in the midst of this? Because I know there's a lot going on, and it would be a smaller subset of all the input we're getting, but it might be a good idea without tasking people with more work, but that's me, and I think we should get together and kind of talk about where we've come so far, where we kind of sit, what kind of information we've gotten, and then that way I think we're on the same page and a little bit more prepared for the larger meetings.
I think that's a great idea. I will make a note of that. Thank you.
Ms. Becky, you have anything? Karen? Announcement of the Planning and Zoning Commission regular meetings for Thursday, April 9th, 2026, and Thursday, April 23rd, 2026. And then we'll receive the February 2026 DRC report and business report.
Those were in the backup material. If anybody has any questions, let me know.
Okay. City Council update from our liaison, our third string.
Sally Branson again. Actually, Aubrey gave us a lovely report on your annual report for planning and zoning at our March 2nd council meeting. And the other thing that I think might be of interest to you all is it was a second and final reading for the electronic billboards, the new one out there on 528. They've actually already started work on that. I saw that just yesterday. So that's kind of exciting because they're going to allow us to run emergency messages across those, as well as advertising for the folks who are actually paying for it. But that will happen for us at no additional charge. So we're pretty excited about those electronic boards. And actually, they started talking about this back in 2017. So it's been a long time in the making, but I'm really glad to see this coming to fruition. So, but that's about it, unless y'all have some questions for me. You're good? All right.
Thank you. Now for communications from the commissioners. Commissioner Bounce?
As always, thank you to staff for helping out with everything. Really appreciate that. Thank you to the public for showing up, the Hills. Thank you. And Mrs. Branson, thank you. Councilman, Councilwoman Branson, pardon.
Commissioner Anderson?
I just want to thank whoever it was who got involved in all of the work that was required to go from many people who came here frustrated about the Klein School development, to something as simple as what happened today. Something, I mean, I don't know what was behind the scenes, but all that to go away, I guess staff and others just worked really hard to make it just a smooth sailing today, so thank you for that.
The developer too.
Commissioner Mann?
Just happy to be here. Thank you.
We're happy you're here, too.
I'm glad we're all here, too. Thank you, staff. We appreciate you. And Councilwoman. It's nice to see the Hills here. So with that, I'll adjourn. Thanks, everyone, for attending. The March 26, 2026 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting is now adjourned.